7 settings and features that will help you get S rank in Ready or Not. Starting off with the open door command. This is when you tell your AI team to open a door and clear the room. This is a very helpful thing to use when playing in quick mode or command mode. The problem with this command is it leaves your team vulnerable when they clear a room. I recommend changing this to move, flashbang, and clear. Changing this will allow you to more effectively use your AI team and have a better chance of them succeeding instead of dying on you, completely ruining your run. For the second feature, your world and weapon FOV. Under the graphics tab, you can change your FOV under world FOV, and I recommend using 100 to 120 depending on your personal preferences, but not going below 100, seeing as that just makes the game harder and not run smoother. Right under the world FOV is weapon FOV, and if you have ever watched gameplay and wondered how their gun looks so far away, this is the setting that changes that. Now, if you could care less, then I recommend leaving it on default, but if you really want to improve your view and skill, change it to custom, and in the scale that drops down below, put it to 100. This will push your weapon away from you, making it easier to see close up and making the gameplay feel smoother without limiting your ability to aim. For the third setting, it's leaning. There's a multitude of ways you can lean in this game, but the most notable are left and right lean, which are by default set to Q and E. This helps you peek a wall or doorway while exposing the least possible amount of your character's body, raising your chances of hitting suspects before they hit you. Now, I know there are other lean options which are faster and more effective for viewing, but the basic left and right lean with Q and E is the best overall and basic way to do it, because you're able to aim in and shoot immediately without having to hesitate, or some leaning options you're not even able to aim in at all while doing it. For your fourth setting, it's your interactive and yelling keys. By default, your interact and yell for compliance keys are both set to the same button. The problem with this is you may accidentally yell while trying to stay stealthy. You could also just not want to listen to your character shouting the same thing over and over your entire run, more than you must. I recommend changing these to 2 separate keys so you can avoid either of the 2 scenarios I just stated. I personally have V for interact and F for my yelling key. For the fifth feature, it's highlighting weapons. For those of you who don't mind losing a little of that realism feature, or just hate when you miss evidence and can't find it after hours of running around the map looking for that one pistol sitting underneath a random person's leg, this will be the most beneficial feature there is for you. When you go under the accessibilities tab, you will find the option to highlight weapons. It's as simple as turning it to enabled, and that's that. You have the option to change your vision efficiency, which can change the color of the outline if you so desire. But the color doesn't make a difference on how easy it will be to see the weapon on the floor. For the sixth feature, it's the ADS zoom. The ADS zoom by default is enabled. I recommend turning it off as it will limit your view while you're scoped in, but for those of you who do struggle with aim or have your weapon FOV really high, I would leave it on. I personally have terrible aim and leave it enabled, but if I could aim without it, I'd turn it off as I would be able to see what's around me better while I'm scoped in. But to be completely honest with you, this is probably the least important thing I'm going to be talking about today. For the seventh and final setting, it's the Canted Sights setting. Canted Sights is when you aim on the right hand side of your weapon using either your laser or flashlight as a way to know where you're aiming. It can be a very helpful setting and also a very entertaining feature. Many don't ever use it because in the default keybinds, it's set to a keybind that you would never think to use, mine being O. I personally only find it helpful to use on shotguns, but it's also based off of your personal preferences and skills, so use it at your own discretion. I hope this video helps you get better or get that S rank run you've been looking for. If there are any features you think I missed or should have spoken more about, let me know. I have other tips videos along with gameplay videos where I use everything I talked about in real time. Thanks again for watching.